Hi, today is Ascension Thursday, May 25th, 2017, and this is a Swedes piece. And well, today I'd like to talk about the Islamic State in the Philippines and what's going on there, and President Duterte. Because what's been going on recently, I have collected this information in the course of the last 24 hours or so. So what's been going on recently is that in Marawi, in the Philippines, the Islamic State affiliated Maute group, I don't know how to pronounce that, so to any Filipinos watching, I'm sorry that I'm probably misusing your language terrible. But anyway, the Maute group, they overran the local clinic, they took hostages, and they occupied the Marawi city hall. These militant Muslims swept through the southern Philippine city. They beheaded a police chief, they burned building, they seized a Roman Catholic priest and his worshippers, and they raised the black flag of ISIS. So, what happened? Well, President Rodrigo Duterte, he ordered martial law, and government forces carried out an operation rescuing 78 hostages, and they killed 13 of the terrorists. What can I say? Good job. I know it sounds heartless, but good job. These people needs to be stopped. And Duterte, he has promised to solve the problems of the island of Mindanao, on which Marawi is located. Could you make a wild guess what the problem is? Start with S. No. It starts with I, and it ends with Islam. 20% of Mindanao's population is Muslim, as compared to about 5% in the entire Philippines. And Duterte has said that he will solve this problem using martial law when necessary, or he will resign. What can I say about that? It doesn't sound nice, does it? No. But maybe he's just doing what needs to be done. And because, you know what? As I used to say, Islam creates problems everywhere where the numbers grow to more than just insignificant numbers. When there is more than just a very tiny minority of Muslims in a country, you are going to have problems. And you get problems in the West, you have problems in the East, you have problems in the South, and you have problems in the North. Islam creates problems everywhere. It creates problems if the majority population is Christian, it creates problems if the majority population is Buddhist, it creates problems if the majority population is Jewish, it creates problems if the majority population is secular. It doesn't matter. Islam cannot coexist with any other thought system, because Muslims will not assimilate. Yeah, a few will, and some of them leave Islam in the process, or become nominal but non-practicing Muslims. A few will, but Islam in itself, it's an ideological cancer. I don't know if I can put it in any nicer words. That's what it is. And it has to be stopped. I mean, the Crusades, I don't know what they taught you about Crusades in school. They didn't teach me very much. I've figured this out by myself, or I had to learn this by myself. And we have been given all this talk about how the Crusades were bad, and how bad we were to the people of the Middle East because of the Crusades, and we should be ashamed. No, the Crusades were defensive wars, and those defensive wars only arose after 4 centuries of Islamic attacks on Europe. After the Okay, so I had to pause for 1 second for a false alarm, because, well, some neighbor managed to get the fire alarm started, but it was false. And that's nice. So I wish what I'm saying about Islam would be false alarm too. But as I said, the Crusades were defensive wars after 4 centuries of Islamic attacks against Europe. And that was after the Christian Middle East and Christian North Africa had been overrun and conquered, and Christians went from majority population to small oppressed minorities. Some countries by now are almost completely rid of Christians, and in some countries there are still Christians, but they are facing heavy persecution, like the Copts in Egypt, or like the Christians in Pakistan. Well, that's not really the Middle East, but you get the idea. Or like the Christians of Turkey. That's not easy. And Turkey is on what was the Eastern Roman Empire, Byzantium, which was a Christian heartland. So that's my point. Islam has to be stopped, and if Duterte can do that, that will be good. Maybe he is a crook. I know they say he's a crook. Maybe he's too harsh when it comes to a lot of things. I'm not that much into Filipino politics to be able to say this for sure. But maybe he is. But at least, if he is able to fight Islam in the Philippines, and I mean the consequences of Islam, and if he's able to attack the root cause of what's going on, well, in that case, I'm going to say, go Duterte. I am going to cheer him for that. I might criticize him for other things. That's completely 100% possible. But if he is able to stamp out the Islamic State affiliated groups, if he is able to make it very difficult to be a radical Muslim in the Philippines, then he needs to be cheered for that. And we need to stand with the Filipino Christians and with anyone in the Philippines that are attacked by Islam. We need to show solidarity with them. And Islam has to be fought. And since Ramadan begins tomorrow, well, some say the day after tomorrow, I guess it depends on whether you're Sunni or Shia and things like that. But since Ramadan begins soon, I am afraid that I will have a lot of things to make videos about. I hope I'm wrong, and I strongly believe that I'm right. And that's what I have to say about this right now. I would like to thank the people who are supporting this channel. Through prayers, through Patreon, through PayPal, that's all greatly appreciated. And if you like this channel, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. Please, if you got something to say, feel free to comment. If you like this video, please like it. Please share my videos on social media, on Facebook and Twitter, and all things media like that. And I would also like to encourage you to support this channel. That can be done through Patreon, it can be done through PayPal, and I will include all the necessary information in the information box below. This is A Swede Speaks. Have a nice day.